Hey, what is up, you guys? It is the North Reacts coming at you here with another reaction video here today. There's been so many videos. I mentioned it in the last ones. So much music dropped just recently on Friday. I've been kind of trying to catch up. So many giant releases. A lot of big artists actually dropping as well. Not having to sift through some of the smaller stuff to shine some light. The big groups are coming through, delivering a ton of new music. And today, we'll be listening to a group called The Browning. Now, I don't know if you've heard of this group. I actually have seen them through Instagram advertising. So it's very common these days, especially with modern music. Instagram, social media really in general, TikTok, whatever it may be, is a great way to promote your music. Just like, back in the day, you'd hand out burned CDs trying to promote your music. Now there's Instagram ads. Not to say that's Instagram music, by the way. I do want to say there's a fine line between the two. Advertising on social media and then just being like an Instagram musician type person, that is a completely different thing. So don't pretend I'm saying that. I'm not. Just if you have seen them, you will notice then they're a bit of a different genre. So I know typically we do metalcore, a lot of heavy music. Now I believe the song was Wake Up from them. So I have heard that. They do have a lot of really heavy elements, heavy guitar, but there's some electronic elements to the music as well here. I don't know if it's electronicore or if they would say it's more, I believe they call themselves like rave metal or something like that. So right around there. Personally myself, and I'm going to call out another group, Electric Callboy. Personally, I'm not a fan usually of that type of music. I saw they were touring recently with Polaris. I was so excited to see Polaris on that lineup, and then saw it was Electric Callboy, and I was kind of bummed, unfortunately. For me, it's just not my genre. If you love that is great. Definitely go check out that show, by the way, that they're on tour right now. So that's a great one to see with Polaris. But typically, it's not really my sound. But from the Wake Up song I heard, it's really minimal. Doesn't really interfere too much. I know a lot of times it's hard, like if it's just like a big breakdown and it's just like the EDM, like dubstep vibe. I totally get why it's hard to get into that, but this is a group that I think they've been making music for a little bit, but seem to have blown up more recently, whether that is through their social media promotions, things like that. But the track we have today is called Evolve. So it's a new track that came out just last Friday by them. So really excited to check it out. I realize I've been yapping already here for 2.5 minutes. I do apologize. Let's get right on into it. Let's go. Halloween vibe. Oh, I love that. Nice muting with the notes too. This guy's got a great frame. I like his look a lot. Drums sound really nice too, actually. It's been very heavy so far. Oh my god, the distortion. Ooh, I really liked how they did that pause there. Wow, this has been amazing so far. I don't even mind that little background sound there, but this is good. Woo, what a scream. it sounds demonic. Wow, is that it? It's about 3 minutes there. That was honestly, I gotta say, I was a little nervous again because this is a group that I know that they have a lot of that EDM element in there. That's part of their identity, and that's awesome. If you love that, that is great. Personally, as I mentioned, typically not something that I would seek out to go listen to, but the Wake Up track I heard from before was, again, it had mainly metal to the point where I didn't think it was going to interfere, and that was the exact same way. In fact, there was very little EDM element. I don't know what to call it. Sorry if I'm mislabeling that there. Rave, metal, techno, whatever. There wasn't too much there. There's a little background, little do-do-do-do-do-do, which I had no problem with. I mean, it's very common. You hear synth sounds in metal anyways. That was no big difference. And that was a super heavy track. He's got a great scream. I really like the guy's voice. Really nice deep scream. He does it often as well. And even in the end there, you're hearing some of the higher pitched screams he had. I like, there's like almost like a Halloween, I don't know if it's October, I don't know if that was intentional or not, but there kind of is this like demonic-y theme to it. I could tell if there's synths, there's keys in the background there. It's like dun, dun. It's like de-escalating there. It's going through the note progression. Really, really good stuff. And super heavy. The guitar sounded awesome. There's a portion there where I feel like there was a lot of distortion happening and it sounded super heavy. That was really good. And again, barely really any of that rave element in it. It's mainly metal from what I heard there. I really enjoyed that. I'm going to have to listen to more of what they got there. Again, if you found that really good, they've been making a lot of music. I've seen them promoting themselves recently a lot there. They have over 300,000 monthly listeners, so they're definitely a bigger group there. I do apologize again. As usual, dog is freaking out. There she is. She's again upset it's not her getting all the love here. The laptop's getting some attention. But I gotta say again, really, really good throughout the entirety of the song there. I gotta say too, because they are like, they're so used to incorporating kind of more electronic-y elements into their music, I find they do a really good job with like the synths and the production. There's parts that sound so grand, and I feel like that's because that's exactly their sound and their style. So they're really good at that. I feel like it must add a whole new level to their production. And honestly, out of 10, I think I'm gonna go 8.6 because we gave the Paleface song an 8.6, and I realized maybe that was too low. Maybe that could have been higher, but I can't say I like that song any less than the last song. So we're honestly gonna go back to back. I'm gonna go 8.6 on this one here. Really, really good track. Again, that was the Browning. The track was called Evolve. Just came out last Friday. Definitely go check them out if you haven't already. A little bit of a different sound, but you know, maybe that's something you like, and this might be a big put on for you. I think their last album was their big one, or just recently they had a really big album. So go check them out. But thank you again for tuning in, and peace.